All right, hey, how's it going, everybody? Today, I like to do a little recap of season two and kind of expectations for season three. I had a lot of fun playing this last season. It was just a great time, and I met a lot of great people. Uh, kind of went down the alt rabbit hole of just having way too many characters, way too many specs and roles. I tanked, healed, DPS'd. I played every single class to over 2K, and most of them probably to 3K. Um, so I definitely need to narrow down my focus. And fortunately, I met some good friends through all the runs, and I continue making more friends, which is pretty much why I want to make videos and why I've been streaming on Twitch so much, to make friends to play with, and it's definitely helped improve like my enjoyability of being in the game and playing. So we're gonna kind of focus on pushing, trying to get as high as we can. I mean, hopefully we could get 1%, but I don't know how hard that's gonna be. Probably very hard, but hey, I mean, it's a goal, so that's what I'm gonna work towards. So what did I learn in playing 13 different classes and losing my mind with vault after vault after vault, and you stare at the character screen and you're like, yo, who am I logging into? It was very frustrating for me, and I don't know why that kind of happened. But I think it really helped me gauge my level of understanding for all the classes and like help build compositions and whatnot. I think the most important thing though was no class is truly OP. No class is truly trash. I don't think they are at all. It really, really comes down to playstyle. And like Mike Druid was probably my most geared character of season two. So like I was able to hop on Feral and like be able to dish out tons of damage. Hold on. There's like a recording in the background. I hope it's not picking up. Okay. I had to mute that. All right. I'm not good at this stuff. um, yeah, so my feral was very, very geared. So I would jump in these cinder brews, which I love, or like a priory, and you have these huge pulls, and I'm getting 15 to 20 mil, feeling really good on the charts, but ultimately I just don't like the playstyle. So like I think it is important for anybody who has like the indecision, I guess, that I might with picking a class. Don't feel bad trying out everybody until you like figure out exactly who you want to play, because they all have their feel to them, they all have their quirks, they have what's good about them, but I think the playing field's pretty balanced, for real. I really like Survival Hunter. That was fun, but just nothing would stick. I used to raid back in BFA, and I was cutting edge with Fire Mage, so I thought, Arcane Mage is on top right now. It's gonna be great. It'll be easy to push with, but as rewarding as some of the gameplay was with Arcane Mage, for example, it didn't click for me. I I found myself tanking a lot just out of necessity to get in groups. I found myself healing a lot, and then I would bounce back and forth like I'm a healer, like that's where my passion is at. No, I'm a tank. I'm a leader. Been in the army. I lead my flights for missions in the plane. Um, but the problem was because I settled on tank and I was like really excited for it, but I met a lot of friends who are tanks and they all want to tank, so I kind of had a like necessity. I'm gonna heal, um, which is fine. Like Resto Druid really started to click for me. Um, Disc Priest is super easy. Sometimes it's too easy and it gets a little stale, but the flow of the playstyle feels so nice that I might do it in season three. I don't know, like the class fantasy for Shaman, Paladin, and Druid, that kind of that's weighing on my mind, but I really like the paladin and the shaman tier sets for season 3. And that's important, liking the way you look. No, it's not what's on the inside. um so that's kind of where I'm at. I'm waiting for the servers to fix themselves. Everybody's stuck at the login screen for season 3. I gotta check like 10 vaults. I've had weeks where I had to open 13 vaults, and it's just not fun. It's too much. I kind of, but like, think about it. Like, I liked even Prez Evoker. Like, I liked getting on. It was different. It had a good feel. It could pump some damage as a healer. That felt cool. And it was unique, and you don't really see them too much. And it's like bottom of the tier. So standing out in that way felt really cool. But I didn't stick with it. A lot of the issues with testing alts was the gear problem. It felt bad because of gear, and that's unfortunate because I probably would have ended up liking some classes more. Um, so if I had advice to anybody, test everybody. Don't feel bad about it. You're not married to any of these characters that you make. If you feel like tanking, it sparked your interest, go tank. If you feel like healing, go do it. DPS, go do it. I mean, you'll get groups. I think the key is just get competent, get some rating, show that you have experience and competence, and that'll get you in a group. Because ever since I pushed my rating with like tanking and healing, I could get in groups no problem as a DPS because people care about their runs as they should. They don't want to bust a key because someone has no idea what they're doing. So that's important. So play whatever you want. The most important thing is going to be learning mechanics and how to work as a team. You got to put in the work to learn these dungeons. Which Mythic Zero week was cool, and that was another perk of having a ton of alts. Is I got so many reps in these dungeons that I have never done. The season 1 dungeons I've never done, and obviously the new ones. My display went us to sleep. I don't know if that affects any of this. I don't even know how this is recording, but we like to do it live. I am not here to put on a show for YouTube or Twitch when I stream. Like, I'm playing the game. I'm very competitive. I want to do the best I can in the game. And if I learn anything along the way, I want to share it with others. And also, I want people to play with. So that's why I try to I started going on Twitch and saying like carrying viewers or just like running with viewers because it's some sense of community. I'm in a guild and it's a really awesome guild, but I don't want to raid with them because I just don't want to dedicate that time. So I'm kind of like an outcast. I'm the dirty mythic raider with a ton of alts, or not mythic raider. I'm the dirty mythic plus guy with a ton of alts, and I'm like an outcast. So it's hard to find like that sense of community. So, as a community in WoW, can you guys start talking to each other? If you have a really good run at the end of the run, if someone says, "Hey, do you guys want to run another one together?" Let's do it. Let's do it. I had some of the best runs, and at the end, I was like, "Hey, you guys want to run together?" And everybody just leaves. Maybe I was a weak link and they were waiting to get away from me, but I don't think so. I feel pretty good healing. Like I have a lot of confidence now where I feel like I'm carrying some runs. Obviously, I make mistakes. I like jack up my timing on some cooldowns or ramp, and we run into issues. But yeah. All right, so season 3 going forward. I think I'm gonna heal. I kind of wanted to DPS because that's where my heart's been my whole life. But healing's fun. It's rewarding. Like you're making a difference on that team even though the results aren't truly presented to you. I guess a successful run is a result of it. If you're a bad healer, like you guys are just going to have issues. I'll probably tank a little bit. on my paladin because prop pal with the shields is super fun, even though DH demon's fun. Um, and then if I play like Resto Shaman, I'll have my Enhanced Shaman. Enhance is a lot of fun. But there's something about Holy Paladin I can't shake. Like it's a struggle when you're on. You could get far behind. You can't catch people up. Your your forearms literally tired by the time you're done with your run. And but there's something about it, like this sense of excitement, I guess, from healing. But I am worried that I will run into a wall where effort versus reward just doesn't make sense when I could be on the Resto Druid or a Disc Priest and be able to heal better. So that's kind of where I'm at. I might do Holy Paladin for the challenge, but I think the more sensible thing to do is Resto Druid, Resto Sham, or Disc Priest. And I feel really good on all those, especially Resto Druid. I don't know why. It just really clicks for me. But I kind of overheal a lot on Resto Druid and maybe don't do as much damage as I should or other druids do. I don't know. Even this clip I'm watching here where I'm tanking this 13 Priory on my VDH, like this healer can't keep up at all. And that just crushes runs. So makes me want to heal. I think everybody should get out there and try to practice and do these 13s to get better. But it's a bit frustrating when you know you're tanking like really, really good. And then the healer just can't keep up. Yeah. So I'm gonna try to make more YouTube videos. I got real carried away with like just streaming to Twitch, even though like at most I'd have 10 viewers, which is better than nobody to hang out with, but it's not much, you know? Um, so I think I'll be able to probably stream all the runs and then I could take the successful runs that we push and break down like what went well, what we could do better, just whatnot. Um, yeah, if anybody would ever want a breakdown of the classes or what I'm doing, a comparison on anything, I could do that. I mean, I have a full time job. I'm an Army pilot transitioning to the airlines to be a pilot. And, you know, it's going to get busier from here. Still going to try to make time to do this because I really enjoy it. Um, So I think best place to catch me would be on Twitch. So Twitch Wild Eyes 5. Wild Eyes my druid's name. I think it's my rogue's name. It's my demon hunter's name. Whatever. Or I'm on like Wage War, Cajun, Gotrick. You know, it's typically who I'm on. So that's where we're at. Thanks for watching.